For over a century, the United States has adhered to the principle of birthright citizenship. This principle, enshrined in the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States. The amendment, adopted in 1868, was intended to address the legacy of slavery and guarantee equal protection under the law for all. It has served as a cornerstone of American identity, affirming the nation's commitment to inclusivity and opportunity. The 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship was a radical departure from the traditions of many other nations. It established a clear and unambiguous pathway to citizenship for anyone born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. This principle has been upheld by numerous Supreme Court rulings, reinforcing its centrality to the American legal system. However, the concept of birthright citizenship has been the subject of ongoing debate, particularly in recent years. Opponents of birthright citizenship have argued that it incentivizes illegal immigration and undermines national sovereignty. They contend that the amendment was never intended to grant citizenship to the children of undocumented immigrants. This perspective gained significant traction in recent years, culminating in a landmark Supreme Court decision that has reshaped the legal landscape of the United States. On April 4, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a deeply divisive 5-4 ruling, overturned decades of precedent and ended birthright citizenship for children born in the U.S. to non-citizen parents. The majority opinion, penned by Chief Justice John Roberts, argued that the 14th Amendment's citizenship clause was never meant to apply to children of non-citizens. This decision sent shockwaves throughout the nation, sparking widespread protests and legal challenges. The court's decision, deeply rooted in a conservative interpretation of the Constitution, represents a significant victory for those who have long sought to restrict birthright citizenship. The majority opinion focused on the original intent of the 14th Amendment, arguing that its framers never envisioned its application to the children of undocumented immigrants. Furthermore, the court emphasized the need to address modern immigration challenges, citing the strain on social services and the potential for abuse of the system. The ruling has been met with mixed reactions. Supporters of the decision hailed it as a necessary step to curb illegal immigration and protect national sovereignty. They believe that birthright citizenship has been a loophole long exploited by those seeking to circumvent immigration laws. This ruling, they argue, restores the original intent of the 14th Amendment and aligns U.S. policy with that of many other developed nations. The Supreme Court's decision was not without its critics. Justice Sonia Sotomayor, in a scathing dissent joined by the court's 3 other liberal justices, argued that the decision undermines the very fabric of American democracy. She asserted that the majority opinion disregards the 14th Amendment's historical context and its intended purpose of ensuring equal protection for all. Justice Sotomayor's dissent highlighted the 14th Amendment's historical context, emphasizing its role in rectifying the injustices of slavery and discrimination. She argued that the amendment's framers sought to create a more inclusive society by guaranteeing citizenship to all persons born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parentage. This guarantee, she contended, was fundamental to the nation's identity as a beacon of hope and opportunity. The dissenting opinion also raised concerns about the practical implications of the ruling, particularly its impact on children born in the United States to undocumented immigrants. These children, Justice Sotomayor argued, would become stateless, lacking the protections and opportunities afforded to U.S. citizens. This, she warned, would create a permanent underclass, undermining the very principles of equality and justice upon which the nation was founded. The Supreme Court's decision to end birthright citizenship marks a turning point in American history. Its implications are far-reaching, with the potential to reshape the nation's social and legal landscape for generations to come. The ruling has ignited a firestorm of controversy, raising fundamental questions about citizenship, equality, and the very definition of what it means to be American. In the immediate aftermath of the ruling, legal experts predict a surge in lawsuits challenging its constitutionality. Civil rights organizations are gearing up for a protracted legal battle, vowing to fight the decision all the way to the Supreme Court. They argue that the ruling violates fundamental principles of equal protection and due process, setting a dangerous precedent for future erosions of civil liberties. The ruling also has significant implications for Congress, which now faces mounting pressure to address the legal limbo created by the decision. Lawmakers are sharply divided on how to proceed, with some calling for legislation to codify birthright citizenship into law, while others advocate for further restrictions on immigration. The outcome of this debate will have profound consequences for millions of people living in the United States, as well as for the nation's image on the world stage.